Yo, what's going on? This is smart content, all about the content and what you should be doing in 2019 and 2020 when it comes to content for social media or internet or anything related to
It's all about the content.
facts. More. So I'm here with Piero.
Piero. Yeah.
So I've been calling him that. So I guess you guys can't call him his nickname. No, I'm just kidding.
It's exclusive. It's an indoor thing.
Word. So I mean, I've been following this guy. I've just met him, but I've been following him. This is like we've been talking about like the power of social media and how dope it is. And I didn't even expect to meet him. I was just following him because he's a video creator, and he posts video that he edits, and I admire that because I do the same thing. So I just like to follow people that do the same thing as me, so I can get ideas. Check them out, maybe network with them, and maybe team up with them in the future. So yeah, so we have him here to dissect his mind and.
Hell yeah! Ask me as many questions as you want.
Heck yeah.
I am an open book.
Facts. Okay, cool. All right, so where to start? I like that ring.
You do?
Yeah.
It's actually Shenron from Dragon Ball Z. I don't know if you ever watched that anime. It's the best anime ever. Top 3, but yeah.
No, I had the Pokemon cards.
Oh really? I actually never played the Pokemon. I played Yu-Gi-Oh, but like not that much Pokemon. But yeah. This is like the dragon from the anime show. So
okay.
He's like
they
always
don't
with
relate?
me. He's like a super powerful being in that show.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it makes you feel like does it motivate you?
In a funny way, yeah. It kind of keeps the kid inside of me still.
Right.
It's kind of goofy too if you think about it. But yeah, man. I mean, it just being me.
Right. As a child, like, do you see yourself like going back to doing things that you did as a child because you miss it?
What do you mean because I miss it?
Like, I know when I was a child, like, I played basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I'd go back to play basketball to, like, reconnect with it. So, I don't know. I was just thinking.
I mean, I always found myself, like, building stuff, So my mom always bought me, like, Bionicles and Legos and stuff like that, just so I can play around and build stuff. So, and I also found out that like stuff like that, like projects and science projects, like stuff where you just create something, I would like really exceed in that. So I knew that I had like some sort of like creativity inside of me, and I was really good at that. So, yeah, I knew that like I would have to pick something with that like feel.
Right.
It's my strong point.
Do you feel like you have to have something around you, like on the walls or anything like that, to inspire you?
What do you mean by in the wall?
Like maybe paint pictures, like iconic.
Oh, I mean definitely, yeah. I mean, my passion is obviously film, but
like
most of my inspiration is not even like filmmakers. They can be like painters, or people like that just have like achieved a lot in their lifetime. So for example, like Einstein, he may not be a filmmaker, but like he was really really good at what he did, which was physics, I think. And so yeah, like his achievement is like inspirational. So I guess some of him, I guess some of like Caesar Augustus, I guess some of Socrates, I guess some of filmmakers, I guess some of artists, painters, astronomy.
Right.
Anywhere where I can find it, I just kind of use it as information, like, because if I find out something, I'm like, holy shit, I'm like, damn, bro, what the fuck? So it blows my mind. So I use, like, that, like, energy. So then when I'm, like, putting together a project, I'm like, all right, so, like, it has to be like that. Like, it has to give me that feeling,
Right. I like
I
that.
have to portray that again.
Right. Do you prefer reading books or
Not
podcasts or... Which one do you prefer when it comes to personal development?
Honestly, I'm more of like a visual learner. So I've tried reading books. I've read some books, but not a lot. I find that most of the things I learn most is from hearing and seeing something. So like videos and stuff like that, or like podcasts, I learned like quite fast like that.
Right. So like, where'd you start off? Like when it comes to like creativity,
What do you
or were
mean?
you always creative? It's
I
funny.
was always-
You're asking what do I mean for every question. Maybe I gotta get my question game up.
Cause
Yeah.
like I mean, okay, so I was always creative, but I didn't like see myself doing this like for like as a full-time job, you know, cause I'm only like a little bit more than a year into this. So it was like, for example, like 2 years ago, I was in college, and I was majoring in physical therapy, and I was like, oh fuck yeah, like I'm gonna get quick money, whatever. I took my first anatomy class, dropped it immediately, cause I was like, dude, like it's so hard, like to learn all the bones and all this stuff, like tiny little bones that don't matter, that are like in the middle of your spine. I was like, yeah, I cannot do this. So like I was just really confused. So I started watching like a lot of movies, and I was like, you know what, bro? Like, I bet I could do better than that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, dude, if I had a camera and you're like a team or something, I bet I could do better than that. So I was like, whatever. I just bought a camera, my first camera, and then I did my first video. And although, like, you know how your first video is always crap, but mine was like, it was crap, obviously to my standard, but like, it wasn't that bad for a first video. So I think because of that, I was like, damn, like if I keep on going this, like maybe I can do really, really good. So, my first year was pretty good, but it was more like of an introduction to it. So the second year, like I'm going to like obviously going to be like the best work. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it's kind of a surprise to me because I really did not think I would ever do this. Like,
Yeah.
like you know, like this is all I do, like full time.
Like, what mood would you say you prefer the most? Like, scary,
Genre?
comedy. Okay, we can say genre.
Well, I'm very like music based, so I always like pick the music before even editing the clips. So I like all kinds of music, and because of that, I can pick the music for whatever tone I want it to be. So it could be rock, hip hop, Spanish, whatever the case may be. So because I like all genres of music, then I can do any genre for film.
So you download the music first, like all the music.
Yeah, or sometimes I know a few producers that would just make it original. Yeah, I'm actually very, very interested in like music production too, and producing beats and like mastering and stuff like that. Because I feel like I could do some sort of music too. I know how to play the guitar and somewhat of piano. Because I used to play when I was little, so.
Alright. So what part do you play when it comes to like? So you would only do the guitar part, or would you play more?
Well, nowadays we like the audio editing program. It has like built-in sound effects, so we can just use those.
Like,
For example, like it will have like a
so
keyboard.
you just use the keyboard, yeah.
Yeah,
And
keyboard
make
or
it-
a drum or like any sound effect, and you just press it.
Right, yeah. I actually have a little MIDI keyboard, but I
Yeah.
actually like doing the feeling more than like moving the pieces around the little rectangle
I feel you.
around.
But it's all fun. I mean,
It's
it's all part of
fast.
making, huh?
It's fast.
Yeah, it's way
Faster,
faster than
yeah.
video. Way faster.
No, I mean like the keyboard opposed
Oh,
to
truly, yeah.
but yeah, that's amazing. Like just the things that we get to like see on the side that we never knew just by seeing on your Instagram, because I didn't know this. So I think it's amazing. Like we have to like open doors to people. Like this is what we're here for on Earth. Like utilize your life. Like get to know people. Like what else are you here for? You're on their Instagrams and Twitters and Facebooks anyway.
Yeah, I feel like right now in our country, too many people have like pride and stuff like that. So like they won't reach out because they're scared of, you know, oh, they're gonna think I'm dumb or they're gonna think I'm desperate for attention. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's not really. I mean, when you follow someone, you're kind of keeping up with their lives. So why not, you know, get to know them on a more, I guess, personal level? If you're keeping up with them, you're watching all their stuff, all their stories, all their pictures, everything. You're following them. Just talk to them. There's nothing weird with that. But like people kind of put it out to be weird. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm not gonna DM her. It's like, why not just go? Just another human being. Just talk to them.
Mm-hmm. Do you watch your own content over and like your stories that you post?
Yeah, I'm probably my biggest fan. I'm my own biggest fan. I'm guilty for that.
Why do you think you do that?
Well, I mean, because in a way, it's very personal, you know. I take it very seriously, and I take it very, personal, my work. So, I really make it catered to myself in, like, the way that I would want it to be. So, in a way, it's kind of like, it's almost close to perfection in my eyes, because it's just, like, what I envision for that project. So, for example, let's say you give me, I don't know, a soccer clothing brand, right? And I have to make a video for it. I would think of how can I make a soccer clothing brand look really fucking sexy and really good to the point that it gives the audience some sort of either goosebumps or emotional connection and they feel attachment or just some sort of really high interest or something. So I really think about it and I use music with along with the editing and the cutting and the putting together and stitching together, along with the color grading, along with the sound effects, along with the angles of the shots. You know, there's a lot of factors that come in to portray a certain feeling. But
that's value right there. That was value. So when you're like doing all this creative stuff and you just like lose it, like what in the world do I do for this next project? Like, what do you do to get back in the zone and get back? Oh, okay, I'm ready.
So sometimes when like I'm feeling uncreative and stuff like that, because it can be really really easy to really just fall into editing 24/7, you know, around the clock. Because people don't know, but like when you're editing, time flies by. Time flies by real fast. You can be editing and like, oh shit, like 4 hours have passed by. What the fuck? I'm only done like with 10 seconds. So, but people don't realize that. I mean, it takes real work. Like I'm not gonna lie, but like I've even directed a short film before. When I was in college, I actually convinced my teacher that if I can do my final as a short film instead of doing a test, and he said, yeah.
Were you the only one?
I was like, listen, I'm a filmmaker, right? Or aspiring filmmaker, and I'm more of a visual guy, and I would like to utilize my craft to show you something. And he was like, all right, you can do it, but you need at least 5 people. I was like, all right. So I went around and I asked people in my class. I was like, hey, does anyone want to join me on making a short film as a final? And they're like, oh yeah, sure. So I gathered a little team. I assigned them all little spots and stuff like that. One was lighting, one was camera, etc. I wrote the script. It was 23 pages long. I went location scouting. I picked the 5 locations. I negotiated everything. I acquired the 2 actors. I filmed it. I edited. I did everything. So, I mean, and that took me 3 months to do. It was a 3 months project where I was working solely on that. It was a 16-minute short film. But I mean, just to show that it takes a lot of time. Like it takes a long time to do these projects. That people like, when it's done good. Yeah. But if I'm feeling unmotivated, I just kind of stop and just look at things that inspire me. So personally, me, I get a lot of my inspiration from other things besides film. And to be honest, I haven't even been watching films lately because I'm just too busy making my own, small little films. So, but for example, I just I'm just a skeptical kid. I just ask a lot of questions. I'm very curious. I'm like, why? I'm always asking questions. So I follow a couple of channels on YouTube and have a couple apps that just tell me fun facts throughout the day.
That's dope.
So on lunch break, I'll just put on YouTube or Google. I don't know, how deep is the ocean, or what will Earth look like in 50 years?
Wow, that's different.
Is time travel possible? You know, just like weird questions. What's in the bottom of the ocean? How did dogs evolve? How did giraffes evolve? I don't know. Just any like weird question. Maybe you learn a fun fact here and there. But just shit like that, like you'd be surprised because like the real life is weirder than what you can imagine, if that makes sense. You know, what you can imagine, like the real life is already weirder than that. But like you just need to like discover it. So, for me, learning about these amazing things like here and there, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? I did not know that. So I'm like, damn, dude, I gotta make a fucking nice ass video, dude. You know,
So,
I transmit that energy to my advantage.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You ever think like the internet isn't like all true?
What do you mean all true?
Did you said like you Google it and then you didn't know that, so like
Yeah.
now you're like, so
Well, I
that's
mean,
true.
there's other forms of I guess evidence provided besides the internet. You know. But for example, the other day I learned that dolphins and whales and stuff like that, they're actually wolves. You know how? Yeah, because they're mammals and they're not fishes, and they have like the same, you know, they have fingers, they have like the same bone structure as dogs, which are wolves. I did not know that.
I have to research.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I always wanted to swim with dolphins.
I've done it before, yeah, in Cancun.
Right.
They're friendly. They're just water puppies.
So, what do you think about free work?
What do you mean free work?
Doing free work for others. Maybe family members.
What do I feel about that?
Like from family members to like even business.
Here's the thing about free
owners.
work. Here's the thing about free work. I feel like free work is absolutely necessary when you're first starting out to build a portfolio. You know, your first couple of videos probably should be voluntary. You know, it should just be you and your drive to go create something and just see what you can make. You know, because honestly, the first year is really just you finding out who you are with this and how serious you're willing to take it, and you know what you can improve on and what makes yours different than anyone else's, and just really finding your style. So it's okay to do that, you know, and obviously passion projects is going to be free work, but you know, the that you do free work for, I think that at some point they need to acknowledge the work that you're doing, maybe give you a friendly gesture after that.
Cool. I understand. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So what are you doing now? Like in your daily life?
Right now I just wake up at 4:30 and I just hope that I don't sleep.
You don't fall asleep?
I hope I don't fall asleep. It's getting me.
What time are you going
No, well, just me and the boys, we just work. We just wake up really fucking early and we just grind all day.
Well, for those who don't know who the boys are.
Yeah, so I'm a filmmaker, a part of this company in Tampa called Digitalism, and we are full-on digital creative marketing company. So we can offer branding. We can offer anything you think of digitally.
Mm-hmm.
We can blow anyone or anything the fuck up. Because with my content, and then our branding expert, he's really fucking good at what he does, and then our sick ass graphic designer or web designer that makes dope ass websites and just anything, graphics, logos, banners, and we'll have someone who's really good at negotiating with that stuff we like to come on. So yeah, I mean, we're just a bunch of different animals running around and just doing what we do,
Yeah. And what do you think, like, the absolute best part of being a part of the team?
Well, I think that what kind of keeps us together is the fact that we're all doing it, because I'm not gonna lie, there, like, sometimes we do get into each other's zones, and we can overstep. So there are fights here and there, stuff like that. But it's kind of at the end of the day, it's kind of fine because like as long as we know that we're all just kind of in this together, we kind of motivate each other. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm gonna be honest, no one likes to wake up at 4 in the morning. We have shit faces, no one wants to talk, or like cursing at each other. But the fact that we're all doing it, it's like damn, like I have to do it. What the fuck? I'm not gonna be the one that kind of quits out, that kind of sleeps in and stuff like that. Everyone's waking up, I'm gonna have to wake up too. So we all keep each other accountable, and that kind of what makes it fun in a way too.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Nice. So if you can leave the person who right now is struggling right now to do something on their own before they even get to that team, like what would you tell them?
I'm assuming this person's a creative.
Never know.
True. Well, I must state that I'm rather on the creative side.
But I will say a lot of people say that they're not creative, and I will say that I think everyone has creativity inside of them. They just haven't reached it.
True,
if they
but
could.
I mean, creativity can be expressed in many forms. For example, a doctor, you can say has creativity because of the way she's so, detailed and when doing surgery or stuff like that, or examining a patient. That can be some sort of art expression. So, but like for example, like what I do, it's a different sort of expression.
It's about perspective.
Yeah. It's really about how we all just decide to express ourselves and what we do in our everyday life.
Facts.
Yeah.
So it can be a creative.
It could be creative, but I mean, well, honestly, the same thing I just tell any other creative is that I think that if you're really in this for what it is, because remember at the end of the day, film, videos, whatever you want to call it, it is an art, and you have to realize that, and the quicker you realize that, the better your journey will become, because you will take it more seriously, and like any other art, you have to keep chipping at it until it's almost perfection. And you really want to like kind of portray yourself and your image through your film work. You can kind of see it like as its own language. So when someone sees your work, they can be like, oh yeah, that person made it, because just a certain tone, the shots. I know that person's behind it. Because he has his own way of doing things. So. And the way that you will achieve something like that, I believe, in my own opinion, from my personal experience, is that you have to really just focus on building the real tool that is in the process of filmmaking, which is not the camera gear, and it's not the nice GoPro, and it's not the nice gimbals, or the nice expensive drone. The most important tool when it comes to that is really just up in here. It's just what you have in your mind, because at the end of the day, editing is just a tool. Yes, it's like a virtual kind of tool, but they're all tools, and what you're doing is you're just utilizing all those tools that to put something together. But you're the one that's putting something together. It's up to you.
You're the Bob the Builder.
Exactly. Yeah.
To the toolbox. Mm-hmm. I like that. I like that a lot. And I think
so that's my advice.
Yeah, I love this. Yeah. That's a wrap, man. That was perfect.
You
I
think
like
so?
the ending. So how can...
I could talk for hours, but it's okay.
Make sure you tune into our skate life vlog where we talk about what is it? Da Vinci versus Final Cut.
Da Vinci versus Final Cut.
Yeah, we're gonna
Are we really doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm up for it. That should be a fun one.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope. He's on longboard, I'm on skateboard. But how can everybody get in contact with you or just follow you?
Well, you can follow my Instagram is at Piero Madu, and that's where I post most of my videos. And if you want to follow my YouTube channel is just Madu, Madu, Madu.
And you work for?
I work with Digitalism,
Okay.
which is at Digitalism.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, alrighty, guys. We're out.